राधानाथ सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सह गणललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा।
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Welcome all of you for today's.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for joining us.
Yeah. So okay. So we are having this third chapter Bhagavad Gita going on. So this third chapter, as the title is Karma Yoga. This talks about the Krishna talks about the how one performs his karma, which brings him close to Krishna. One very important thing to be understood is that all these yogas, they are like steps reaching to Krishna. That means only by karma you may not understand Krishna fully. By karma you understand that Krishna is the supreme and I should offer my karma to him so that I can connect to him. So Krishna's supremacy is understood, and then that's how one offers one's karma, and then that leads him to understanding that all the material things are temporary and the Lord only is permanent. Because in this world, how we understand is, some people think that भगवान भी बहुत अच्छे हैं, भक्ति भी बहुत अच्छा है, और ये जगत जहाँ पे हम रह रहे हैं वो भी अच्छा है. तो वो सोचते हैं कि कैसे बारंबार हम ये दुनिया में आए और सुख से रहें. So that understanding about this world, that there is a far better spiritual world, that is not yet fully comprehended by a कर्म योगी. तो कर्म योगी हमेशा यही सोचते हैं कि यहाँ पे कर्म करूंगा, अच्छा कर्म करूंगा, भगवान को अर्पण करूंगा, फिर अगले जन्म में और अच्छा चीज मुझे प्राप्त होगा। तो he just is rising above his current position, but he is not going to the highest. उसके बाद होता है ज्ञान योगी, जो अपना कर्म उसको समझ आता है कि when I am offering my karma to Krishna, that is very nice, but then by that I am not understanding Krishna fully. Then he tries to focus more on Krishna, less on this world. That is a jnana yogi, that he starts learning, understanding the scriptures and trying to be detached. And then just by being detached also is not the goal of life. क्योंकि हम देखते हैं ये दुनिया में बहुत सारे लोग हैं जो सब छोड़ छाड़ दिए हैं, लेकिन अगर भगवान में उनका मति नहीं है तो ऐसे तो बहुत सारे बोगस लोग भी है ये दुनिया में, जो शो तो बहुत लाते हैं कि हम सब छोड़ दिए हैं, लेकिन वो भगवान में उनका मन अभी तक नहीं है, बाह्य रूप से तो छोड़ दिए हैं। तो फिर आता है अष्टांग योगा, कि हमारे मन को भगवान में केंद्रित करने के लिए ध्यान योग और अष्टांग योग। ध्यान योग अष्टांग योग से हम परमात्मा तक जा सकते हैं, परमात्मा का ज्ञान हो सकता है, हम परमात्मा का साक्षात्कार हो सकता है। लेकिन हम देखते हैं परमात्मा साक्षात्कार भी पूर्ण नहीं है। तो पूर्ण साक्षात्कार वही है जब हम जानते हैं कि भगवान जो 6 जो गुण है उसमें परिपूर्ण है और उनके अपने शाश्वत धाम में वो एक व्यक्ति के रूप में हमेशा रहते हैं, आदान प्रदान करते हैं अपने भक्तों के साथ। तो वो जो हाईएस्ट रिविलेशन है जो भगवान का, वो हमको प्राप्त होता है तभी जब हम भक्ति चालू करते हैं। तो हम देखते हैं कि बाकी जो भी योग है वो भक्ति के ऊपर डिपेंडेंट है। विदाउट भक्ति कर्म योगा कैनॉट अचीव द हाईएस्ट रिजल्ट। विदाउट भक्ति ज्ञान योगा is incomplete. It cannot achieve the perfection in terms of detachment. Similarly, the Ashtanga yoga or Dhyana yoga, that is also incomplete without bhakti, because that also gives very incomplete realization. तो हम देखते हैं कि भगवान का रियलाइजेशन जो है वो अलग अलग रूप से होता है और अलग अलग प्रकार के लोग जो होते हैं वो भगवान को अलग अलग रूप से जानते हैं, उनको देखते हैं, उनका एक्सपीरियंस करते हैं। तो आपने ये शब्द तो बहुत बार सुना होगा, आत्म साक्षात्कार या साक्षात्कारी कोई पुरुष है। तो ये जो साक्षात्कार है वो भी अलग अलग हो सकता है। कुछ लोग सिर्फ साक्षात्कार होता है कि कोई तो शक्ति है ऊपर, कौन है, क्या है, कैसे दिखती है, वो उनको पता नहीं, लेकिन वो शक्ति जो है, जो ब्रह्म बोलते हैं उसको, उसका साक्षात्कार होता है उनको। कुछ लोगों को परमात्मा का साक्षात्कार होता है, कुछ लोगों को जो भगवान जो है उनका साक्षात्कार होता है। तो भगवद गीता हमको धीरे धीरे अलग अलग स्तर से ऊपर उठाता है। तो इसलिए ये जो 3rd चैप्टर है कर्म योग, तो कर्म योग जब बहुत आसानी से भक्ति योग में उसको जोड़ा जा सकता है। तो कभी कभी आप देखेंगे प्रभुपाद भी भक्ति योग का जब कर्मयोग का वर्णन करते हैं तो भक्ति योग और कर्म योग उसमें ज्यादा कुछ अंतर नहीं रखते हैं। टेक्निकली वो अंतर है, प्रैक्टिकली अगर हमको कोई गुरु है जो हमको सिखाते हैं कि कैसे वो कर्म योग को भगवान के साथ भक्ति से जोड़ा जा सकता है, उस हिसाब से फिर जो इनकम्प्लीटनेस है कर्म योग का वो चला जाता है, then it becomes complete. तो यहाँ पे आज जो 4th सेशन हम ले रहे हैं, that is the incompleteness of that कर्म योगा, that कर्म योग करने के बाद भी कुछ कुछ कमियां रहती हैं, तो उसको कैसे हम दूर करें. So that is what this 4th topic is. Okay, तो you are able to see the PPT.
Yes, Prabhu.
प्रभु जी
Okay. You are able to see?
यस प्रभु जी
We can.
Yeah. Okay, just a minute. Okay. तो आज ये देख रहे हैं कि ये जो हमारी इच्छाएं हैं जो भगवान के विरुद्ध हमको दूर लेके जाती है, तो दैट इच्छा जो है भगवान के विरुद्ध इच्छा, जिसको कृष्ण काम बोलते हैं. काम मतलब जो भी इच्छा जो हमको भगवान के साक्षात्कार से दूर लेके जाती है, जो भी इच्छा है वो काइंड ऑफ नॉट ऑथराइज्ड, और द इच्छा which is only very selfish. So this kind of the desires, they are considered like the enemy of the soul. हम देखते हैं ये दुनिया में कि जो दुनिया चलता है वो इच्छा के ऊपर ही चलता है, क्योंकि जैसा मनुष्य का इच्छा होगा वैसा उसका कर्म होगा, जैसा उसका कर्म होगा वैसा उसका रिटर्न रिएक्शन भी होगा, और जैसा उसका रिएक्शन रिटर्न आता है वैसा उसका परसेप्शन, या तो सुख भोगेगा, दुख भोगेगा, या जो भी है. तो हम देखते हैं शुरुआत होता है इच्छा से. सो इच्छा इज लाइक अ सीड, वहीं से सब चालू होता है. तो अगर वो इच्छा के ऊपर हम कंट्रोल कर सकें, वो इच्छा को ही हम ट्रांसफॉर्म कर सकें, देन वी कैन बी वेरी श्योर. तो ओके, ओके, आपको श्लोक में क्या दिखा रहे हैं अभी ये पीपीटी में? somebody can read so that I understand that PPT is going on. somebody can read it.
परम शत्रु काम पर विजय प्राप्त करता है।
Yeah. Okay.
पिछले श्लोक से संबंध श्लोक 3.34 में राग और द्वेष को उदात्त करते हुए अब अर्जुन जीवों की भौतिक पदार्थों में आसक्ति के बारे में प्रश्न करते हैं जो कि शास्त्रों में वर्जित है।
Yes, thank you.
हरि बोल।
हरे कृष्ण।
हरे।
तो यहाँ पे हम देख रहे हैं कि कैसे राग द्वेष जो है वो कारण है हमारा ये दुनिया में आने का। हम देखते हैं कि राग का मतलब होता है अटैचमेंट या किसी के प्रति हमारा आसक्ति, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज राग। द्वेष ऑपोजिट, दैट इज हेट और जेलसी, दैट इज द्वेष। तो ये दुनिया में भी हम देखते हैं कि हमारा जो बिहेवियर है वो राग और द्वेष से भरा हुआ रहता है। किसी से हम प्रेम करते हैं, किसी से ईर्ष्या करते हैं। कोई चीज हमको अच्छा लगता है, कोई चीज बुरा लगता है। कोई चीज हमको प्रसन्नता देता है, कोई चीज दुख देता है। लेकिन हम देखते हैं कि ये जो सुख दुख, अच्छा बुरा, ये जो हमारा इच्छा है उसके ऊपर ही डिपेंड होता है। क्योंकि ये दुनिया में वो सुख दुख का परिभाषा बदलते रहता है। जैसे आप में से किसी को गुलाब जामुन बहुत अच्छा लगता होगा, टेस्टी है, लेकिन वही गुलाब जामुन एक डायबिटिस जिसका है, वो डायबिटिक पर्सन के लिए वो गुलाब जामुन, वो तो देख के उसको मुंह मोड़ेगा। वो दैट इज लाइक अ काइंड ऑफ पॉइजन फॉर हिम। So by seeing gulab jamun he feels repulse. So we see that same gulab jamun creates happiness for somebody and same gulab jamun creates unhappiness for somebody. So it is not the gulab jamun, it is we having different desires deal with the things in this world. तो भगवान यहाँ पे हम सबको बता रहे हैं कि कैसे अलग अलग लोग अलग अलग प्रकार से ये दुनिया में बात करते हैं। they behave differently and that is all because of their different desires. तो ये राग और द्वेष जो है उसके ऊपर अगर हमको उठना है, then we take care of this root and that is desire. Okay, तो आप सब लोग मेरे पीछे ये श्लोक दोहराइए। अर्जुन उवाच
अर्जुन उवाच
अथ केन प्रयुक्तोऽयम्
येन प्रयुक्तो
पापं चरति पूरुषः
पापं
पापं चरति पुरुषम्
अनिच्छन् अपि वार्ष्णेय
वार्ष्णेय
बलादिव नियोजितः
बलादेव नियोजितः।
यहाँ पे भगवान को अर्जुन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट प्रश्न पूछ रहे हैं कि ये दुनिया में ऐसा क्यों होता है कि लोगों को पता होता है कि गलत क्या है, लेकिन फिर भी वो गलत कर लेते हैं लोग. Just a minute, I'll share this. Okay, you are able to see this verse. You can somebody can read the translation.
A living entity as part and parcel of the Supreme is originally spiritual, pure, and free from all material contamination.
Okay, no.
Therefore, by
Translation.
nature, he is not.
About translation. Arjuna said.
Acha, Arjuna said, "O descendant of Vanshi, by what is one impelled to sinful acts, even unwillingly, as if engaged by force?" Purport: a living entity as part and parcel of the Supreme is originally spiritual, pure, and free from all material contamination. Therefore, by nature, he is not subject to the sins of material world. But when he is in contact with
second line,
when he is in when he is in contact with the material nature, he acts in many sinful ways without hesitation and sometimes even against his will. As such, Arjuna's question to Krishna is very sensuous as to the prevented nature of the living entities. Although the living entities sometimes does not want to act in sin, he is still forced to act. Sinful acts are not, however, impelled by the super soul within, but are due to another cause, as the Lord explains in the next verse.
तो यहाँ पे भगवान बोल रहे हैं कि कभी कभी ऐसे चीजें हम कर देते हैं, या बाकी लोग भी हम देखते हैं. जैसे एक व्यक्ति था, उसने 8 लोगों का he shooted them. He used to sit in his balcony, and then people going on the street, he will shoot. So जब उनको just a minute. Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Okay. Okay, नीचे आ गया है क्या वो? Okay. ठीक है. Just a minute. Okay. So this very special case we are seeing, that that man shooted many people. When he was taken to the court, he said, "See, I am very gentleman, and I never did any wrong in my life. You can see my track record from the beginning of my life. I was very nice person, and this has happened not because of me, but then this has happened because God has inspired me to do this. So in the court, he showed his innocence, telling that, you see my track record, I had no kind of blemish on my character, no such kind of things. But then this was done by the Lord only. So the भगवान ने ही ये इंस्पायर किया मुझे, इसलिए ये मैं कर बैठा. तो हम देखते हैं यहाँ पे कि बहुत बार लोग जो वो गलत करते हैं उसका भी जिम्मेदार भगवान को ही ठहराते हैं. वो सोचते हैं कि देखो मैं तो अच्छा हूं, जो अच्छा हुआ वो मेरे कारण हुआ क्योंकि मैं अच्छा ही हूं, जो बुरा हुआ वो मैंने नहीं किया, वो तो भगवान ने करवाया, नहीं तो परिस्थिति ऐसा बना कि मुझे वो बुरा करना पड़ा. तो आप देखेंगे कि बहुत बार लोग जो सही है उसका क्रेडिट तो ले लेते हैं, लेकिन जो बुरा होता है उसका ब्लेम जो है वो टू पास इट ऑन टू अदर्स, दे आर वेरी एक्सपर्ट. तो यहाँ पे भगवान बोल रहे हैं कि the way we take the credit for good things, we also learn to take the credit of bad things also. And that bad things means everything starts with that desires. तो अगर हम अपने जीवन में कुछ ऐसे चीजें कर बैठते हैं जो हम खुद नहीं चाहते हैं, उसको एज इफ फोर्स्ड, अर्जुन इसलिए वहां बता रहे हैं कि कैसे बलाद इव नियोजितः, ऐसे लग रहा है कि कोई मेरा गर्दन पकड़ के बलपूर्वक ऐसा कुछ बुरा चीज करवाता है. मैं तो नहीं चाहता था लेकिन हो गया, मैं नहीं चाहता था लेकिन कुछ बोल देते हैं हम गुस्से में, या न चाहते हुए कोई चीज हम कर देते हैं जो बुरा है, हमको भी पता है. तो ये ऐसे कैसे होता है? तो ये प्रश्न बहुत जन का है. तो अर्जुन on behalf of all of us, he is asking that question to Krishna कि such kind of bad thing happens, why? Okay. Okay. Just a minute. We'll go to the अरे बोल इकडे या. So we go to the next shloka. You are able to see this verse? गुरुकुलच्या खाली काही सामान आले, टेबल्स वगैरे चेअर्स वगैरे गुरुकुल मुंबईमध्ये. तुषार बोलणार म्हणून तुम्हाला तरी सांगून ते वरती वरच्या रूम मध्ये ठेवणार. 262. Okay, you all can repeat after me this very important shloka. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha.
श्री भगवान उवाच
काम एष क्रोध एष
काम एष क्रोध एष
रजो गुण समुद्भवः
रजो
महाशनो महापाप्मा
महाशनो महापापम्
विद्धेनम् इह वैरिणम्
विद्धेनम्
So somebody read the translation.
Yes, I read Prabhuji.
Yes,
The
please.
Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "It is lust only, Arjun, which is born of contact with the material mode of passion and later transformed into wrath, and which is the all-devouring sinful enemy of this world."
So we see this Krishna is telling that uh, when we do something which we don't want to do, like some mistake happens through our hands, our as a person, and we don't want to do that mistake, but it happens. We don't want to do something bad, but it happens. We don't want to behave wrongly, but it happens. The cause, Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna is telling, it is the lust only. Lust means attachment to something which we are keeping in the heart very nicely. So we see here that this whole battlefield of Kurukshetra, it could have been stopped by the Dhritarashtra being a king, because he is a superior to everybody. He is the son of Kauravas, and he is a father of Kauravas, and he is almost like father to Pandavas also. If he tells that no more fight, I am the king, you all are all small kids, don't fight. So if the king says like this, there was no question of any fight. But the problem with the king was that he wanted the whole kingdom for his own sons only. That was his lust. So somehow he felt that by hook or crook, by war or no war, or by gambling match, or by sending them to forest or something like that, let my sons be only happy. These are my brother's sons, and then they are unnecessarily contesting, so they are enemies. So his personal attachment was coming in picture, and that's what created the whole world war, where 64 crore people died. So we can see that attachment of uh, Dhritarashtra created so much of uh, chaos. So we see that to the degree we are attached to something, we don't want to leave, even after it is wrong. So he was attached to uh, his sons, who were pakka rogues. They were like terrorists only. But then he was attached to that terrorist. So then what to do? So similarly, in our life also, sometimes we are attached to some things which are harmful. And then that is called as lust. So the way the Dhritarashtra was attached to his sons, Dushasana, Duryodhana, and created trouble. Similarly, when we are attached to our bad habits, it may be anger, it may be kind of speaking harshly, it may be whatever. So then what happens is, then we get into trouble like that. So here Krishna says that it is the lust only, that our undue attachment to wrong things in this world, which has come because of the mode of passion, creates a difficulty. Yeah. Okay. So here the Prabhupada writes very nicely in the purport. He is telling here that how this like here the case study is spoken by Krishna. What are the different the pathway that one slowly becomes degraded? Like we have seen that how his heart becomes slowly polluted to do something wrong. And then Prabhupada gives this example of very famous example of Ravana. Ravana, he was very learned in Vedas. He was very scholar because he was the son of Brahmana. So his father had kind of made his whole arrangement for his learning in Gurukul. And then he has learnt all the Vedas. He was very scholar. And he was very strong, beautiful, very attractive personality, Ravana. Of course, in the serials and things like that, they show him like a very like a Rakshasa, very kind of ferocious. But if you see Ramayana, the description is there that when Hanuman first time saw Ravana, when he had gone to Lanka, first time he saw in the night, when the Hanuman jumped in and then he landed in Trikuta mountain and then he climbed it and then he went to the Lanka, and he was like, was so surprised, astonished to see huge Lanka city just on the 3 mountains. It's like vertical mountains. The whole city was nicely kind of placed on the mountains, all the lakes and roads and the houses, and so it's like a very beautiful city. And somehow Hanuman landed there in the evening. So after some time he started seeing the beauty at night. All the lightings were there, and then he was very surprised to see the wealth and the prosperity and how the whole Lanka was. That was like it's like very unique in the whole world. That was the first impression of Hanuman about Lanka, that he said that this is such a masterpiece of art, like that. And then he went inside, but then his first impression and next impression having a big difference. Because dekha ki are it is so grand, and when he went inside, he saw that people were having all the bad habits, because all these demons in the night they were coming out, and then they were having all sorts of nonsense doing at night. So then he said that, oh, I thought that it's like very art of masterpiece, and then he was feeling very grand feeling, but then he saw that this is very sinful. So there he decided that I'll surely burn it. I'll not keep it. So when he went inside, he was searching because he felt that Ravana had brought Sita. So Sita must be kept in some very special place. So he was seeing which is the special place where Sita will be. He was seeing big mansions, big places for stay. तो जब वो देख रहे थे, बड़े बड़े महल थे वहां पे, तो देखा कि सबसे ऊपर जो था, सबसे बड़ा महल, वो तो पूरा चमक रहा था. तो वो सोचा कि ये तो शायद रावण का ही रहेगा पर्सनल, और इसमें ही रहेगा सीता. तो वो तुरंत जाके वो महल में घुस गए खिड़की से. तो यहाँ वहां देख रहे थे सब, उसकी रानियां थी, तो उसको लगा कि हाँ ठीक है, मैं अच्छी जगह पे आया हूँ, यहाँ पे जरूर सीता मिलेगी कहीं। तो अभी उनका प्रॉब्लम ये था कि उन्होंने सीता को देखा नहीं था जिंदगी में, ना तो उनके पास फोटोग्राफ था सीता का। तो he has to understand by his logic, by his intuition, by his that okay ये सीता है कि नहीं है। बहुत डिफिकल्ट है, जिसको आपने कभी देखा ही नहीं है, जिसका फोटोग्राफ नहीं देखा है, अभी उनको पहचान करना है आपको। तो हनुमान टास्क वाज वेरी डिफिकल्ट। तो अभी क्या था कि उनको हर एक रानी को जाके पास से देखना पड़ता था कि ये रानी सो गई है तो ये सीता है क्या। तो वो सोचते थे नहीं, ये सीता इतनी ऐसे आराम से सो नहीं सकती है, राम इतना प्रेम करते हैं उनसे और वो भी उतना ही प्रेम करती होगी, तो ये तो दिख नहीं रही है, क्योंकि ये तो ये सुंदर है लेकिन राम के कंपेयर में ये सुंदर नहीं है। तो फिर आगे जाते थे तो उन्होंने देखा मंदोदरी। मंदोदरी को देख के उनको लगा कि शायद ये सीता हो सकती है, क्योंकि मंदोदरी बहुत सुंदर थी। लेकिन बाद में लगा कि नहीं, ऐसा नहीं हो सकता, क्योंकि वो इतना आराम से नहीं सो सकती है। तो बोले कि शायद दूसरा और कोई ढूंढना पड़े। और फिर वो पहुंचे रावण के महल। तो रावण को जब देखा तो वो आश्चर्यचकित हो गए कि अरे कैसा ये सच अ पावरफुल पर्सन, सच अ ब्यूटीफुल पर्सन। तो हनुमान भी मन में तारीफ कर रहे थे रावण का कि सच पावरफुल पर्सन, सच इन्फ्लुएंशियल पर्सन। लेकिन एक ही है कि वो अभी राम से शत्रुता लिए हैं। वो सोच रहे थे अगर ये राम से शत्रुता नहीं लेते थे, राम के भक्त होते तो कितना अच्छा होता था, मैं इनका सेवा करता था, इतने अच्छे। सो we see that Ravana was very powerful, very beautiful, very popular in his kingdom. Everybody loved him, like that. So such powerful, very intelligent Ravana with 10 heads of intelligence. We have only 1x intelligence. He had 10x intelligence. तो एक्स्ट्रा था उनके पास 9। लेकिन हम देखते हैं कि काम के कारण वो 10 के 10 सिर काम करना बंद कर दिए। तो हम देखते हैं यहाँ पे कि जब काम आ जाता है तो हमारा काम बंद हो जाता है ये दुनिया में। तो वो वे कैसे हुआ, जो शूर्पणखा थी वो आके रावण का कान भरी कि देखो सीता इतनी सुंदर है और सीता तो आपके लिए है सिर्फ, वगैरह वगैरह। तो सिर्फ सीता का डिस्क्रिप्शन सुनने से रावण के मन में सीता को प्राप्त करने की इच्छा प्राप्त हुई। अभी देखो उन्होंने सीता को नहीं देखा था, सिर्फ सुना उन्होंने। तो सुनने से एक इच्छा जागृत हुआ कि जरूर इसको मैं प्राप्त करूंगा। So it started with desire, not by experience. First was desire. So then that desire brought him to Nasik to actually give the shape to that desire. So, and we can see that the whole fall down of Ravana and the killing of Ravana, and along with all his soldiers and his brothers and his sons and his all the army, that was seed was that desire which was sown by this Shurpanakha. So Shurpanakha very selfishly she put that seed. क्यों? क्योंकि शूर्पणखा को अपना काम करवा के लेना था. She wanted to take revenge on Ram and Lakshman because Ram and Lakshman had insulted her, rejected her, and made her Kamavasana frustrated. she wanted Ram and Lakshman, and Ram Lakshman rejected her proposal. She felt offended. Then she wanted to take revenge. She went to Ravana. Now she knew that why Ravana will take revenge. ये तो मेरा बात है. अभी मैंने किसी को प्रपोज किया, उसने ना बोला, तो रावण को उससे कुछ लेना देना है ही नहीं. रावण के बीच में पड़ेगा. तो शूर्पणखा knew the science how to instigate a sleeping person. जिसको कुछ लेना देना नहीं है, उसको भी उसने खींच लिया. तो by describing सीता, देखो सीता कितनी अच्छी है वगैरह वगैरह. And then Ravana also wanted to have Sita. So that whole description of how person does wrong in this world. Does wrong means in our life also we see that people, they do wrong on different levels. Some wrongs are simple things. Like you see, जब हम छोटे होते हैं या छोटे बच्चे भी आप देखेंगे, कई बार वो कुछ ऐसे गलत हैबिट बना लेते हैं. जैसे कुछ बच्चे होते हैं, वो अपना अंगूठा चूसते हैं बचपन में, और बहुत प्रयास करना पड़ता है पेरेंट्स को वो उसको निकालने के लिए. तो कुछ लोग अपना नाखून खाते हैं, कुछ लोग ऐसे बहुत सारे हैबिट्स होते हैं जो गलत है, लेकिन दे आर ओके इन अ सेंस, दे आर नॉट सो dangerous. But then some habits, like nowadays, like somebody is taking drugs, somebody is kind of he's addict to internet, wrong sites. So that is why little serious. So there can be habits of many varieties in this world. Some people are habituated to speak lie. Some people are habituated to speak kind of they always speak bad about others. So there are many habits like that. They are always envious of somebody who has done something good. He has progressing ahead. So there are many such kind of habits which they all starts with desire only, like this Ravana. So the Ravana's kingdom Lanka started burning when he desired that let me have Sita. That was the starting point of the empire started burning. The empire started finishing. So that was the start of the end of Ravana. So that wrong desire. So here also we see that the Lord says that Kama esha krodha esha rajo guna samudbhavaha mahashano mahapapma vidhyenam iha vairinam. Yeah, so in our next session, we will see that how that thing happens and what is the remedy for that. Because in our life also we see that how the bad habits come in our life. That bad habits can be anything. Some people have bad habit of eating wrong things. Some people have bad habit of speaking wrong things. Some people, they have bad habits of kind of sleeping, or some people have bad habits which affect their health. Some people have bad habit which affects their relationships. Some people have bad habits which affects their work culture. Some people have. So we see that we make the habit and habit makes us. It's like that. So one of the quote is there. It says that we don't make our future. We make habit and habit makes our future. So it is very important that what kind of habit we are creating, that is like a future cornerstone line of the building. It is a foundation. So one may say that I don't want to do anything wrong, but then if we are putting a foundation wrong, then ahead things also will be wrong. So that Krishna will be telling more elaborately in future few verses, and then next time we'll be finishing this third chapter with that, how we conquer these desires, which are the like a seed to all our attachments, which creates uh, difficulties in our life. So he says, Kama esha krodha esha rajo guna samadbhavaha mahashano mahapapma vidhenam iha vairinam. तो हम देखेंगे कि हमारा बहुत बार मन को हम शांत करने का प्रयास करते हैं, लेकिन मन को शांत न करने का भी जो मेन फैक्टर है, that is desire only. These desires only keeps us always unsatisfied, disturbed, and always hankering for something. तो अगर किसी को शांति चाहिए, किसी को then also it is very important that how we deal with these desires. तो जब तक हम रूट जो है उसको डील नहीं करते हैं प्रॉब्लम के, तब तक प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व नहीं होता है. तो हमको देखना चाहिए कि हमारे जीवन में वो गलत डिजायर कैसे चले जाए, अच्छे डिजायर कैसे आए. और अगर हमको किसी और को, जैसे हम देखते हैं कि जो नया पीढ़ी आने वाला है, जैसे हमारे बच्चे हैं वगैरह, उनको अगर हमको सुधारना है तो उसको भी यही स्तर पे हम सुधार सकते हैं. डिजायर, if their desires are right, their life will be very nice. If their desires are wrong in the beginning only, then their life will be spoiled. आप कितना भी try करो. So that we'll see next time, that how we train ourselves and train others in terms of having a good future, because everything starts with that desire. The way the Ravana's end started with desire to have Sita. Similarly, all the difficulties, the problems, they generate from that wrong type of desire. Okay, so we saw today that Arjuna was asking question, why sometimes it appears that I don't want to do wrong, but then as if by force I am engaged in doing wrong. Because in this world nobody wants to do wrong. Everybody is that much intelligent, but then still we find some people are thieves, some people are murderers, some people they cheat, some people exploit, some people are harsh, some people. So it's not that they are very happy doing it, but then they somehow do it. So many such kind of wrong things they happen. So Arjuna is asking to Krishna that how come this wrong things happen when people they know it is wrong. So then Krishna is telling it's with the desire, because they have cultivated wrong desire. That desire pushes them. That desire pushes them to do either right or wrong. So that we'll see next time when we are seeing other shlokas next, and then we'll finish the third chapter. Okay, anybody has any questions? Hare Krishna, Pushpender ji.
हरे कृष्णा।
Hare Krishna.
स्वास्थ्य कैसा है?
हाँ ठीक.
आपका स्वास्थ्य ठीक नहीं लग रहा है।
Yes, no ठीक है ठीक है. आपका?
ठीक है।
Okay. Okay. किसी का प्रश्न है कोई? Okay. Are there anybody newcomers today?
Prabhuji,
Is there?
this Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, this Rohini Gaikwad. She's attending classes for few days, few
Okay.
weeks.
Okay, good. So we welcome.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay.
Rohini is... Hello, Rohini. Hare Krishna, Rohini.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
कैसे हैं आप? अच्छा लग रहा है आपको? आप प्रभु जी को इंट्रोड्यूस कराते हैं. प्रभु जी रोहिणी गायकवाड़ हैं. शी इज आल्सो फ्रॉम मुंबई
Okay.
एंड कनेक्टेड विद जुहू टेंपल ओनली.
Okay. Very nice.
Yeah, actually, we met in Sattvic cooking classes, which
Okay.
were held by Dilalsa Mataji.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Very nice. Okay, so we are just 1 month away from our Mayapur Yatra. So just a reminder for all of you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Waiting eagerly.
Huh?
Yeah, waiting eagerly for Mayapur Yatra.
Yeah. Okay. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Bhagwad Geeta.
Thanks for the class.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you so much, Prabhuji, for joining us
Hare Krishna,
and giving us
Prabhuji.
your valuable
We are
association.
eagerly waiting for the next class.
Yes.
So thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
We should all loudly chant 3 times Hari Bol for Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hari
Bol.
Bol.
Hare
Hari
Bol.
Bol. Hari Bol. Hari
Bol.
Bol.
Hari Bol.
Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.